again, the Allman Brothers in me is I'll just, pull up something or something on YouTube and then just kind of like, just work on some stuff in real life on instead of just going up and down chords and, which you have to do that to get your fingers good to do that. But
yeah,
but yeah, so it usually just comes from, especially on guitar, I'll do something. I'm like, oh, that was cool. Like cut the backing track. What was that? Okay. Then build something off that. Well, what would be the chords that would accentuate that even more? And then so just building on stuff like that, and just kind of, I've always kind of loved to just, it's bad. I hate. It's not good for like beginners, but the jam practice thing is, has always been just, I just love doing it so much. I feel like everybody does, but that's just. But yeah, but that's kind of where I've gotten a lot of my ideas, and some of these songs I've got, not necessarily Cannonball I kind of came up with that day, but some of these songs I've got an EP coming out later have hung on to riffs for years and years, just never had the right words behind them. So
yeah, I mean that's a whole other journey, right? Like the lyrics to come up with something that matches the vibe, matches the feel. Yeah. And obviously Cannonball, like that was one of the cool things, that intro guitar riff that you've got that kind of hits on that offbeat. Like when you kind of like, there's that hammer on pull off right at that offbeat. It was kind of a cool, it's got that nice, like kind of keeps it a little bit on the edge. It kind of matches that outlaw vibe, right? Like kind of like excitement and, coming down the mountain. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Coming down the mountain like a cannonball. It's like there's like a feeling that matches. So the words and the song just very, very they match very well. So when you said Cannonball came together in a day though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was real quick. That one was just like, thank you, Lord. It just, James Taylor always said, that's my dad's always told me. And, I've always loved this saying is James Taylor, who is, he doesn't think he's one of the best songwriters ever. He always likened it to, you're just trying to catch, like you're in the outfield trying to catch fly balls, like as a baseball player. So you're just trying to catch these. They're not really coming from you. They're coming from whatever you want to call it. I call it God, but they're like dropping down and you got to catch them before they hit the ground. So you're just trying to write down as fast as you can these lines. Sometimes it happens like that. And most times you just got to just work and grind and get frustrated with it 1,000 times.
Absolutely.
Right? But yeah, Cannonball just kind of really flew together. I was sitting there with that riff. I was playing on acoustic. I was like, all right, that's a cool, I had this, so I grew up in the mountains. A lot of my songs are, I like to use that reference, like to use that imagery of mountains. I grew up in the Appalachians, and there's a lot
very
of
different mountains than I have, but yeah, very beautiful out there. I love those mountains. Like the Appalachians are beautiful.
Yeah. So Bass had this image of, we had these crazy, still do back home. They're just wild neighbors. They're just insane when it comes to anything with a motor in it. They're no fear whatsoever. And I was just thinking, I was like, man, what would old Troy and Craig be? What are they? I could see them coming off a Windy Gap, just flying with a, not necessarily after robbing a bank or with a shotgun or like, shooting anybody, but I could see them just haul and tail off that, through them twisties off that mountain.
Yeah.
Blue lights behind them. And so.
Like I said, the imagery is so much fun because I recently watched, I think it's called Public Enemies. It was the one with Johnny Depp and Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And it was like an old 1930s, 1920s, whatever, bank robber, right? Like Johnny Depp's a bank robber. And when I was listening to the song, I got like the vibes of when they're running away, trying to escape, and then even like Dukes of Hazzard style. I was like, man, this has got the feeling of just so much excitement, and the story is so clear, but it's still very like you don't say a lot to tell this whole story. Yeah, like but the whole like it's very, very clear. Like 12 gauge and the shotgun. Like riding shotgun. Like it's like, oh yeah, that 12. It's like the whole image is there, but like you don't say that he robbed a bank. You don't say that he killed someone. You don't say, but all those things are implied. and it's
So,
done so well. And when you were like, when you're putting these things together and kind of writing this song, you know, you're thinking of your neighbors, like when it all came together, was there like an aha moment, like everything is good? Like
yeah, with that one.
when did that happen?
Yeah, that one was kind of. I had a couple lines in there. I don't remember what they were exactly, but they didn't come together immediately. So I had to
Okay.
spend like an hour working on them. Oh no.
Oh
Spent an
no,
hour
it
working.
fell. It's okay.
Yeah. So but once they came together after, a couple times just looking through a rhyming app and trying to figure out, okay, like what would work here? Oh, I'm happy with, oh, that's a good line. That's a good line. Let's say that. And then once I got through it and reread it, played through it a couple times, I was like, I think that's good to go.
Yeah.
Like, all right. And that's tough for
Yeah.
me because I hate it's taken me so long to even release music. This is the first music I've ever released in my career.
Well, yeah,
But
that was the thing. I was looking around and all I could find of you was a feature on another person's song.
mhm.
And beautiful song. What song was it? It was
Was it Cash Crop?
Poison and Wine.
Which one?
Poison and Wine.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Beautiful song. That girl, she's got a fantastic voice, and that harmony you guys do in the chorus is phenomenal.
Thank you.
But I was like, I mean, is this his debut? This is dope. Like, this is a pretty big debut. And obviously, you've got a huge history in music, so it's even more exciting to see this coming out. And like, there's so much. And you said obviously you've got a full EP dropping soon, right?
Yeah,
Go on.
we're shooting for about 6 songs on it, and it'll be out hopefully in the middle of June.
Oh,
Shooting
beautiful.
for kind of right after CMA Fest here in town. It'll have some more. It'll have some rocking ones on it. Maybe you'll have like one slow one, and then some slightly more kind of country stuff, but still got that grit to it.